Black property matters. Blacks work hard and the government takes it. That is what state and local governments have done. And the victims, more often than not, are African American. Property was the essence of our framers' big rights to protect life, liberty, and property. And yet, the people who are on the short end are not as well off, not part of the establishment, able to fight when the establishment goes against them. Example A, drug seizures, not necessarily even real drug arrests, but allegations, keeping people's property for the benefit of police, which are getting more and more militarized because of all these assets that they're able to impound. And who's on the losing end? Well, accused. Some accused of drug dealers, some might be real drug dealers. African Americans are in that category more than their percentage. And prosecutors know this. And legislators know this. And yet they let it continue. It is a diabolical use of state power against less privileged people. I'll go further. Eminent domain is a tool that governments have used, sometimes at the behest of big corporations, to dispossess people of their property. Now, who do you think dispossesses property more? Rich people or poor people? Who is dispossessed more? Rich people or poor people? Almost certainly, it's those who don't have the means to fight back. They might not even know their complete rights. They don't have advocates, and so their property is taken for the next highway, or in some cases, the next supermarket that has the blessing of local government, and maybe has the cash contributions from supermarket developers. Say, hey, you could just move those people over, pay them not even full market value, and even if you did pay market value, you're dispossessing these people of their homes. More often, these are African American homes. Look at dispossessions city after city, and the victims are brown and black more than white. Look at who's running cities, though. Democrats, progressives often, those who supposedly feel for the poor, and yet they're letting the most marginal people, renters in those homes, owners of those homes, get cast aside. Your governments do not represent you, and the biggest victim, as I've been saying all along, is African Americans. It is time to rise up. It's way beyond time. Martin Luther King did this very effectively, in part by working with whites. And most whites care for your welfare. In the Northeast, it's almost 100%. Work with one another, white with black, to help not on a racial basis, but on a justice basis, which helps people who are getting the short end of the stick rise to the level that they deserve. I'm Mark Stewart, sometimes known as Stewart for Hartford. Thanks for listening.